We're back. The best of food and wine with Anthony Gismondi and Kasey Wilson live from the Wines of Canada stage at the 2017 Vancouver International Wine Festival. Now, here's Tony and Kasey.
I'm on top of the world.
Welcome back to the Best of Food and Wine. I'm Tony Gismondi.
I'm Kasey Wilson.
Well, this is a good example of you learn about wine, and I know a fair bit about Rioja, but I don't know anything about Vivanco. So we're going to learn about that from our next guest, Hugo Urquiza?
Urquiza, that's
Urquiza.
it. That's it.
Yeah, Hugo Urquiza, he's export director. Okay, let's start. Take us to Vivanco. Where is that?
Well, it's located. The winery is located in Briones, in the north of Spain, in Rioja Alta.
Yep. Oh, beautiful.
That's it. But we are showing two different wines coming from two different subregions of Rioja.
Okay.
The first one is going to be coming from Rioja Baja. It's
which is the warmer area.
That's it, the warmer area with much more Mediterranean influence.
Yeah,
much more sun exposure, and it's the perfect spot for growing Garnacha.
Yeah, is that translation is the lower, or like Baja is the lower area, right? Or?
That's it. That's what it means.
Okay, it's a pretty hip, hipster sort of millennial-looking label for Rioja. What's going on there? Are you guys plugged in, or?
Yeah. It's a funny history because we wanted to recover a little bit the history of Garnacha.
Yeah.
So we started to think about a new packaging and how we could bring this onto the market.
For our listeners, Grenache, same variety.
Yeah. Same variety that traditionally has been grown originally comes from Aragon, which is the neighbor area to Rioja, and traditionally grown also in Rioja.
So you took Garnacha over to the French then?
No. They took it over us, and the great thing is that they promoted it all over the world. So
which is great.
Yeah.
I love Garnacha. So how old are these vines that we're seeing here? Are they young or old? Or?
They are pretty young in the sense that Garnacha was mostly pulled out, uprooted in the 60s all over Rioja. So that's what we are trying to bring back the Garnacha, and that's why we choose the name of La Maldita. That means the little cursed one.
The little cursed one?
That's it. That's how the Van Growers used to call this variety in Rioja, and that's why they started to uproot it.
Oh, my God. They didn't like it. They thought it was cursed or something.
Yeah, the thing is that it was the yields are quite low. It's very hard, to grow.
There you go. Can't make any money like that.
That's it. So that's why we planted in Rioja Tempranillo.
Fantastic nose.
Yeah, so it's 100% Garnacha, so to say, unoaked.
You can't miss it. Yeah, as soon as you smell that, you go,
that's the character of the Garnacha. But we were trying also to show another character of the Garnacha. And that's why we planted the vines at 700 meters, which is the limit of viticulture in Rioja, in order to balance a little bit the jammy character of the Garnacha with some freshness and acidity.
It's very juicy.
Yeah, very juicy.
Yeah, fresh and juicy, and a lot of raspberry. I just love it.
Yeah. And this label is outstanding. I think this is like the most incredible label that's here.
Great, thank you.
I've never seen anything like it. I love it.
Yeah, it's been very well received by the market. We just launched that a couple of years ago, and we are having a great.
So
success.
we have this in the BC market now, or
not yet?
Not yet.
But you can buy it at the festival.
Of course we don't.
But we wanted to show something different instead of bringing our Crianza Reserva. That's why I was showing the wine, because. This one should be arriving in the coming months.
Okay. What do you think it will sell for in Canada?
$14.99.
What?
$14.99.
Oh my God!
$14.99, and it's not listed here yet. Oh my God. Okay.
Working on it.
I can help you with that.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to help you on Monday morning with that. I'm going to ask why isn't this wine here. Wow, that's so delicious.
And we just launched. White and a rosé, also 100% white Garnacha.
Yeah.
That is, it's very rare.
Yeah. I love white Grenache, though, because I drink a lot of it from the south of France, too. I really sort of seek out that variety. Yeah, cool.
But it was almost
same in the fresh style up and grown up high.
That's it. 700
So,
meters.
Hugo, this is available, though, in the wine shop here?
Not neither.
No? Oh, my goodness.
What?
No.
Is it available in the U.S.?
Yeah, it's all over
the U.S.
Yeah.
And but the average price of it, do you know, in the same
Yeah, in the
That would
US,
be
it's retailing for 10.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
10,
fantastic.
11. Yeah.
But the Americans probably don't really know what that is. That they love Rioja.
But
So
that's what we try. That's what we are all over the place all the
Yeah.
time, trying to,
But Canadians will take to that right away. They'll figure it out instantly.
The feedback we are having,
it should be
it's
great.
awesome. Yeah.
What's going on in Rioja? Is it old? Is it new? Is it is everybody fighting, or is it one direction, or what? It used to be so stodgy, and then it was, I don't know, there was complaints about American oak and then French oak, and then what is Rioja today, do you think? Is it?
I mean, it's a very diverse region in terms of soils, in terms of climate, so also in terms of winemaking, and for sure everybody's, trying to find their paths and new tendencies arriving and going, people coming back to the old school, or so it's a very exciting region, moving a lot, so there's a huge debate nowadays in terms of regulation as well, whether we are gonna, be.
What are you going to be?
Yeah, that's it. So
it's really interesting because, of course, it's a historic place. But I think if you just removed the word Rioja from that geographical area, there'd be a pile of guys making interesting wine and start all over. You know what I mean? Other than we know Rioja, a little wire on the bottle and a couple of varieties.
That's it. That's pretty much what the problem we had. That we got stuck in the aging categories, Crianza Reserva, Gran Reserva, and now there's another debate trying to promote more than anything the villages, the plots by themselves, soils.
Well, there's been a lot of really great, not so young anymore, pioneers coming to Canada trying to sing that, like Alvaro Palacio, all these guys who were sort of pushing to get outside of the regulations and just look at great wine, which I think has been great for Spain. Yeah,
me too. I mean, I fully agree that that's going to bring fresh new air to the region.
Wonderful wine. This is we're tasting a 2015 Garnacha, La Maldita, the cursed one.
That's it.
I love that. Okay, so the second wine that you brought in is maybe more traditional from the winery. Maybe not.
Yeah, that's it. It's well, the history with this other wine, with the second wine, it's the Vivanco 4 varietals. Is that traditionally the Grand Reservas, the Reservas Grand Reservas, they were we used to pick all the grapes at the same time from a single plot, for instance. So by the time that the Tempranillo was ripe, the Tempranillo means the earliest ripe. Yeah. So by the time it was ready and ripe, the other varieties, they were green.
Yeah.
So that's why the old Riojas were light in terms of color, a lot of acidity, green tannic.
Maybe too herbaceous in some ways. Yeah.
That's it. That's why we used to age them longer time in barrel.
Yep.
This is the modern approach to the classic Rioja wines, in the sense that all the fruit comes from a single vineyard also, but all the varieties have been picked
separately
at different times, fermented separately. Aged separately also in new French oak for 16 months. We also do malolactic in the barrel. We steer the leaves during the first 4 months. So it's a completely modern approach to the classic Rioja in order to show the best of the terroir.
And you, one of the things that you do, what I've noticed, I'm going to ask you about it, but your bottles are different. Huh?
Yeah.
Many of your bottles are different. That's deliberate, I would assume.
It's we want to bring to our wines and to the customer the wine culture. That's what Vivanco is all about. It's about we also have a wine museum next to the winery.
Hugo, I want to hear about that. How did a family collect so many things?
It's just the passion of the family.
That's unbelievable. You get 100,000 visitors a year.
That's it. That's
incredible.
That's
I want to go.
That's the most visited spot. You are more than welcome. If you are coming to Rioja, please save some time, because the wine lovers, you're gonna really enjoy there. You can review the whole history of wine, the role that wine has played all over the years and civilizations, with audio visuals, an impressive ethnographic collection, art pieces, artworks, a Bacchus garden with more than 200 different types of vines.
Wow.
So you can compare leaves, bunches, everything about wine. I mean, and that's what we are trying
amazing
to bring to our wines. So we pick one bottle from our collection. We've got a collection showing the whole history of the bottle.
Yes.
Since the origins, all the evolutions in terms of shapes, materials, vessels. So we picked one bottle, the last hand-blown bottle, before the mold was invented in 1821. We patented that bottle, and that's our Vivanco bottle.
Okay. Yeah, it's great. Well, you've been talking, I've been tasting. Delicious wine, so predominantly Tempranillo, but with Graciano, Mazuelo, and Garnacha in the blend.
That's it.
Wow, it's a big wine too.
Yeah,
it needs time now.
It needs time. It needs some time. It's 2014, so I mean it's
the sort of classic traditional match is lamb with Rioja, but
a steak, and game or very firm cheeses also.
Yeah. Really great to catch up with you today and talk a little bit about Spanish wine. I think maybe we're going to hear more about Spain next year here at the festival.
Looking forward to coming back.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Let's get these wines in the market.
Do you think you'll be back in Vancouver before next year? Or
not sure.
We don't know.
I don't know yet.
Okay, so maybe I'll see you in Rioja before I see you back in Vancouver.
If you're coming, you're more than welcome.
Yeah. Anyway, let's stay in touch about this wine. I would love to see the progress of this Garnacha go. It's got Vancouver written all over it.
Good, because the Vivanco Crianza has been doing great so far. So at this price point, I think we can do some damage there.
Yes, you can.
Let's do some damage. I like that. Hugo Urquiza, he's the export director for Vivanco. Great to catch up with you today, and I'm sure we're going to hear more about Spain in the coming days
hopefully
at the Wine Festival. Thanks.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
That's a wrap for us. We're going to take time out. I know Stu's taking us to the best place in town for dinner. He's got it all organized, and then we'll be back on the air tonight at 6 o'clock. 7 o'clock, they're hollering at me tonight, 7 till 9:30. So we'll wrap up the festival with another selection of superstar wine people from the international wine business and, of course, from the theme country, Canada. We're out of here. I'm Tony Gismondi.
I'm Kasey Wilson.
And we'll be back later tonight.